Tennis I can understand. Golf makes sense to me. Kart racing, I'm down with it. And then there's soccer, basketball, baseball, flipping panels around to assemble Yoshi eggs, pharmacology. Dude must have a lot of free time on his hands. And now he's getting into archaeology? By means of logic puzzles. This is the same man who turned a plumbing career into becoming the savior of a kingdom of sentient mushrooms, thereby ingratiating himself to the royal family. I suppose that's how he's been able to bankroll these wide and diverse interests. A regular Buster Bluth in overalls, that Mario. So here's his Picross, which makes little to no sense to most folks on first sight. Again, Buster Bluth. But apparently has uses in excavating priceless relics, like a coffee mill. Alright, so ancient civilizations had really boring stuff too, but at least you have a moderately interesting way of digging them up. A grid-based puzzle that has you draw in the object based on numerical clues around the sides. Each number indicates a group of that many contiguous blocks in that row or column, with multiple numbers indicating multiple groups separated by at least one blank space. By cross-referencing the clues, as well as availing yourself of the freebie hint lines filled in for you at the beginning of the stage, if you're so weak as to require something like that, you have to draw the hidden figure using nothing but logic and a chisel, and a weird dropper-looking thing so you can mark for yourself which squares are supposed to be blank. And you can erase marks, which kinda doesn't make sense. If you fill in a block in error, the penalty is much more punitive. For your first transgression, you lose 2 minutes off your 30-minute countdown clock, which doesn't seem much, but the second error costs you 4, and any past that lop off 8 minutes at a time. So 5 errors is the absolute maximum, outing you as a complete hack who couldn't strike worms digging in a compost heap. Once again, Buster Bluth. Yeah, it doesn't have the virucidal action of Dr. Mario or the closing doors action of Hotel Mario, but Mario's Picross is fantastic for killing short periods of time and exercising your brain. There are 64 easy puzzles that only use a 5x5 grid and 128 regular puzzles that use the full 15x15. Complete all of these and you're rewarded a time trial mode to further refine your logic skills. This Game Boy Classic isn't terribly hard to find and only runs $10 for a physical copy, but even that's a good bit more than the $4 Nintendo's asking for it on the 3DS Virtual Console. On the downside, you're losing the ability to plunk it in your Super Game Boy and see it in a bit more color. On the upside, you're also getting a much more portable version, which takes up next to no space, can be suspended on the spot, and never requires cartridge blowing. It pains me to realize that future generations aren't going to understand this cross-cultural phenomenon.